Isn't it puzzling when, despite your best efforts eating nourishing foods, staying active with walks, and choosing healthy habits, you still feel your legs aren't quite as strong as they used to be? Perhaps the stairs seem just a little steeper, or getting up from your favorite armchair takes an extra moment and a bit more effort. We often wonder, is this just a natural part of growing older? Or could there be something else, something perhaps hidden in plain sight, subtly contributing to this feeling of weakness or discomfort? It might surprise you, but sometimes the cause isn't something you're not doing, it's something you are doing, with the best of intentions. For many years, we've all been taught that fruit is universally healthy, a gift from nature, full of vitamins and goodness. And indeed, most fruits are wonderfully beneficial. However, the truth is, as we age, our bodies change in significant ways, and what was perfectly suitable in our younger years might behave differently now. It's not that fruit is suddenly bad, but rather that some types, the ones we might enjoy frequently without a second thought, can, for aging bodies, quietly contribute to weakening legs, increasing stiffness in the knees, aggravating joint inflammation, and making simple movements feel more challenging. Think about it. As the years pass, our circulation might not be as vigorous, our metabolism tends to slow down, and our bodies become more sensitive to certain compounds. Foods that were once easily processed can now create unintended effects. Some fruits, despite their sweet taste and innocent appearance, contain high levels of natural sugars, acids, or other components that can spike blood sugar, fuel inflammation, and potentially compromise the delicate network of blood vessels and nerves that support our legs and joints. The most challenging part is that this impact is often gradual, almost imperceptible at first. You don't feel immediate pain after a bite. Instead, it's a slow accumulation, perhaps showing up as a persistent ache in your calves after a short walk, a new tightness in your knees when you bend, or a peculiar discomfort in your thighs. It's important to understand why this happens. As we age, blood vessels, particularly the small capillaries that supply our muscles and joints, can become less flexible and more prone to damage from elevated blood sugar levels. This reduced blood flow means less oxygen, and nutrients reach these tissues, leading to fatigue, pain, and slower recovery. Additionally, the body's inflammatory response can become heightened with age, and certain dietary components can act as triggers, exacerbating existing joint issues like arthritis, or simply causing general discomfort and stiffness. So, while fruit remains a cornerstone of a healthy diet, approaching certain varieties with a bit more awareness can be truly empowering, especially if you're experiencing unexplained leg weakness, discomfort, or swelling. It's not about fear or deprivation, but about making informed choices that truly support your well-being as you navigate the beautiful journey of aging. We're going to explore some fruits that might be contributing to these issues, and then, importantly, discuss the wonderful fruits that can actually help you feel stronger and more comfortable. Let's start with a fruit often praised for its potential anti-inflammatory properties, pineapple. This tropical favorite is juicy, refreshing, and contains an enzyme called bromelain, which is often highlighted for reducing inflammation. However, for older adults, pineapple can present a different challenge. While bromelain has benefits, pineapple also delivers a significant amount of natural sugar, primarily fructose and glucose, in a quickly digestible form. For an aging metabolism, processing this rapid influx of sugar can be difficult. It leads to a sharp rise in blood sugar, which the body then struggles to manage efficiently. Over time, these frequent sugar spikes can contribute to damage to the tiny blood vessels that nourish your legs and feet, potentially impairing circulation. Imagine those small essential pathways becoming a bit clogged or restricted. This can result in that dragging, heavy feeling in your legs after just a short time on your feet, stiffness in your knees, or unexplained achiness in your ankles, even if you've been resting. Furthermore, pineapple is quite acidic. This acidity, combined with the sugar load, can sometimes irritate sensitive joints, acting like fuel on a low-grade fire, especially if you already have inflammation or arthritis. Some people report their legs feeling heavy or weaker after consuming pineapple. Additionally, if you are taking certain medications, particularly blood thinners, the bromelain in pineapple can potentially interact, altering their effectiveness. While not everyone will experience these issues, it's wise to be mindful, particularly if you notice discomfort after eating pineapple. Next, let's consider bananas. Soft, sweet, and often touted for their potassium content and energy-boosting power, bananas are a beloved fruit. Many of us have reached for a banana expecting it to support muscle function and prevent cramps. However, for older adults, bananas also pack a considerable amount of easily digestible carbohydrates and natural sugars. Similar to pineapple, this can lead to a rapid increase in blood sugar levels. When this happens repeatedly, it can put a strain on the body's insulin response and contribute to systemic inflammation. This inflammation can manifest as a dull ache when walking, a feeling of heaviness in your legs after eating, or stiffness in your calves. Beyond the sugar impact, bananas are also relatively high in starches that convert to sugar and can sometimes contribute to fluid retention, particularly for individuals managing heart conditions. This excess fluid can lead to swollen feet and ankles, adding to feelings of stiffness and discomfort in the joints. So, while bananas offer potassium and quick energy, their high sugar and starch content means they might not be the muscle-supporting ally you expect as you age, potentially contributing to the very issues you hoped to avoid. Tiny, juicy, and often seen as a harmless snack, grapes are our next focus. They have a reputation for being heart-healthy and rich in antioxidants, which is true. However, grapes contain a significant amount of fructose, a type of sugar that is processed primarily by the liver. While a healthy liver can manage fructose in moderation, consuming large amounts, especially in aging bodies, can burden the liver. When the liver is overwhelmed, it can convert excess fructose into fat and uric acid. An accumulation of uric acid in the body is a known contributor to gout, a painful form of arthritis often affecting the joints, particularly the big toe, ankles, and knees. That sudden, piercing pain in your toe at night or unexplained stiffness could potentially be linked to elevated uric acid levels, partly fueled by consuming too many grapes. Furthermore, the high fructose content can also contribute to broader inflammation throughout the body, leading to slower movement and increased pressure and stiffness in your legs and joints. Because grapes are so small and easy to pop into your mouth, it's incredibly simple to overconsume them without realizing it. A handful quickly turns into a cup or two, and the sugar load accumulates rapidly. While they seem innocent, grapes can subtly contribute to discomfort, stiffness, and reduced flexibility in your legs as you age. Reflecting on these common fruits and their potential impact might feel a bit unsettling. Perhaps you've been eating these fruits regularly, believing you are doing something good for your health, only to experience the very symptoms discussed. Have you noticed any patterns in how your legs feel after eating certain fruits? Taking a moment to observe your body's reactions can provide valuable insights. Sharing these observations with others, perhaps in a supportive online community or with friends and family, can also be incredibly helpful. Knowing you're not alone in these experiences and learning from how others are navigating similar challenges can be a source of comfort and practical wisdom. Moving on, let's talk about watermelon. Light, refreshing, and synonymous with hydration and summer, watermelon seems like the perfect low-calorie choice. It's mostly water, so how could it possibly be problematic for your legs? Here's the unexpected truth: despite its watery nature, watermelon has a very high glycemic index. This means it causes a rapid spike in blood sugar levels, almost as quickly as eating candy. For an aging body, where insulin regulation may not be as efficient, these frequent sharp sugar spikes can be quite damaging, particularly to the delicate microcirculation in your legs. Just like with pineapple and bananas, this impaired blood flow can lead to fatigue, a dull ache after movement, and that persistent, annoying swelling around your ankles. While you feel like you're simply hydrating, your body is dealing with a significant sugar load that stresses your system and can fuel inflammation. Because it's so light and easy to eat, it's also very easy to consume large quantities, quickly multiplying the sugar impact. A single slice often turns into 2 or 3, increasing the stress, the inflammation, and the resulting discomfort in your legs. It's a bit of a charming trap. It feels like a refreshing drink. But inside, it's acting like a sugar bomb, subtly wearing down the ease and comfort of your movement over time. Oranges are widely celebrated for their high vitamin C content and immunity-boosting reputation. Freshly squeezed orange juice is a morning ritual for many, seen as a pillar of good health. However, beneath that bright citrusy glow lies a factor that can be challenging for aging joints: acid. Oranges are quite acidic due to their citric acid content. While this acidity is generally fine for a younger, robust digestive and skeletal system, it can potentially contribute to irritation in sensitive joints, especially if you already experience inflammation, stiffness, or have conditions like arthritis. This isn't about the stomach acid, it's about how the body processes and responds to acidic compounds. Furthermore, consuming oranges, particularly in juice form, which concentrates the fruit's natural sugars without the buffering fiber, also contributes to blood sugar fluctuations. The combination of acidity and sugar can exacerbate systemic inflammation, leading to increased stiffness when you wake up, persistent hip pain, discomfort after sitting for extended periods, and generally reduced mobility. Many people attribute these issues solely to aging, but their daily healthy glass of orange juice might unknowingly be contributing to the very joint pain and stiffness they are trying to prevent. While a whole orange in moderation might be less problematic due to its fiber content, the concentrated sugar and acid in juice form can be particularly challenging for an aging body. Our next fruit might surprise you because it's often considered the safer option due to its lower sugar content compared to its red counterparts, green apples. Crisp, tart, and seemingly healthy, green apples appear innocent. Many people opt for them specifically to reduce sugar intake. However, green apples contain significant amounts of malic acid, the compound responsible for their characteristic tartness. While malic acid is processed by the body for aging digestive systems and joints, it can sometimes be irritating. Just like citric acid in oranges, malic acid can potentially contribute to tissue sensitivity and discomfort once absorbed into the bloodstream. Some older adults report experiencing hip or thigh discomfort after eating green apples, or a subtle warmth or tightness in their knees. While it might not happen immediately, consuming them regularly can lead to a cumulative effect. Furthermore, despite being less sweet than red apples, green apples still contain natural sugars. For a slower metabolism, this sugar, combined with the acidity, can still cause less predictable blood sugar responses compared to other fruits, potentially leading to leg fatigue, night cramps, and morning stiffness. Because green apples are often eaten raw as a snack, sometimes even close to bedtime, they can have a continuous subtle impact on the body. Finally, let's talk about a tropical delight loved for its rich sweetness, mango. Juicy, soft, and utterly delicious, especially in warmer months, mango feels like a pure treat. However, mango is arguably one of the most sugar-dense fruits. While it contains vitamins and some fiber, the sheer amount of natural sugar packed into a single serving is substantial. This translates into a very rapid and significant spike in blood sugar levels. For someone active and under 30, the body can usually handle this surge effectively. But for an aging metabolism, this sugar rush causes a dramatic insulin response, followed by a crash, creating metabolic stress. Each time this happens, it can trigger or worsen inflammation throughout the body, particularly affecting the delicate tissues surrounding joints, like your ankles, hips, and knees. This inflammation can manifest as a burning sensation in your toes, a tingling you can't shake, swelling in your feet by evening, or a creeping heaviness in your legs. Because mango is so easy to eat and feels light, it's simple to eat a large portion, compounding the sugar load and its inflammatory effects. The body doesn't register how light the fruit feels, it reacts to the sugar. Over time, this consistent high sugar intake can contribute significantly to joint pain, making walking feel sluggish and legs feel unsteady. Many older adults enjoy mango thinking it's a natural, harmless pleasure. And while it is natural, for aging bodies with less efficient sugar metabolism and circulation, it might not be the best choice for maintaining mobility and comfort. This exploration isn't meant to create fear around fruit, but to provide valuable awareness. For years, we've been given blanket advice about healthy eating, but as our bodies change with age, we need to become more discerning. Recognizing that some fruits, despite their general health benefits, might be challenging for your aging body is the first step towards making choices that truly support your desire for comfort and independence. The wonderful news is that understanding which fruits might be less helpful opens the door to embracing the fruits that are incredibly supportive of mobility, joint health, and overall well-being as you age. It's not just about avoidance, it's about exciting, healing alternatives. let's explore some delicious options that can nourish your body without the potential downsides we've discussed. Berries like blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries are nutritional powerhouses, especially for aging bodies. They are relatively low in sugar compared to many other fruits, rich in fiber which helps regulate blood sugar, and absolutely packed with antioxidants. These antioxidants, like anthocyanins in blueberries, are potent fighters against inflammation at a cellular level. They help protect your blood vessels and improve circulation, particularly in your lower limbs. Eating berries regularly can help combat stiffness, reduce swelling, and support easier movement. Think of them as tiny, delicious warriors working to keep your legs feeling lighter and more comfortable. Cherries, particularly tart cherries, are another fantastic option, especially when consumed in moderation. They contain compounds that have been shown to help lower uric acid levels, which can significantly reduce the risk of gout flare-ups and related joint pain. They can soothe sore joints and ease that burning sensation sometimes felt in knees or toes. While you don't need to eat a whole bowl, a small handful of fresh cherries or a serving of unsweetened tart cherry juice can offer real relief and support for joint comfort. Often debated if it's a fruit or vegetable, the avocado is technically a fruit, and it's a superstar for joint health. Unlike the high-sugar fruits we discussed, avocados are low in sugar and high in healthy monounsaturated fats. These fats are incredible for reducing systemic inflammation throughout the body. They help lubricate joints and support the structural integrity of connective tissues. Avocado also helps stabilize blood sugar levels, providing sustained energy without the spikes and crashes that fuel inflammation. Including avocado in your diet can feel like giving your joints a soft, comfortable cushion from the inside out. For digestive ease and anti-inflammatory benefits, consider papaya. This soft tropical fruit contains enzymes like papain, which aid digestion and have anti-inflammatory properties. It's gentle on the stomach and can be soothing for aging joints. Papaya provides a pleasant sweetness without the high sugar impact of fruits like mango, making it a kinder choice for your blood sugar and inflammatory pathways. Pears, especially when eaten with their skin, are another excellent choice. They offer a lovely, subtle sweetness and are rich in fiber. The fiber helps to slow down sugar absorption, preventing rapid blood sugar spikes. Pears provide steady energy and nutrients without putting undue stress on your system. They support healthy digestion and contribute to overall metabolic balance, which in turn supports comfortable movement and reduces inflammatory stress on your legs and joints. Choosing these fruits, berries, cherries, avocado, papaya, pears, and others like apples, especially red varieties in moderation, or cooked apples which are easier to digest, is about actively supporting your body's needs as you age. They work with your body, not against it. They help reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, improve circulation, and support joint comfort, leading to firmer steps, calmer movements, and more comfortable mornings. It's not about eliminating entire food groups, but about understanding the nuances and making smart swaps that align with your body's current state. If you've read this far, it tells me something significant: you care deeply about your health, your strength, and your ability to continue living life fully and independently. Please know this with absolute certainty. It is never too late to make changes that can profoundly impact how you feel. You can take steps to regain comfort, strength, and confidence in your mobility. Aging presents unique challenges, and feeling pain, stiffness, or fear of falling can sometimes make it feel like your body is letting you down. But the reality is, you have agency. You can take charge through mindful, manageable adjustments, one thoughtful choice at a time, one meal, one fruit, one decision. The fruits we discussed earlier aren't inherently bad, but they might no longer be the best fit for your body at this stage of life, especially if you're experiencing related symptoms. And that's perfectly okay. Embracing informed choices isn't about giving up pleasure, it's about gaining wisdom. When you begin to nourish your body with intention, selecting foods that truly support circulation, joint health, and muscle strength, you will likely notice a difference. Less discomfort, more flexibility, easier mornings, and lighter steps. This journey is one of empowerment and self-care, not limitation. It's about moving gracefully through life, with comfort and confidence. What resonates most with you from our discussion today? Perhaps you've had an aha moment about a fruit you eat regularly, or maybe you're excited to try one of the recommended alternatives. Your experiences and insights are valuable, not just to you, but to others navigating similar paths. I warmly invite you to share your thoughts or observations in the comments below. Have you noticed a change in how you feel after adjusting your diet? What fruits have you found particularly helpful or challenging? When we share our journeys, our challenges, and our discoveries, we build a wonderful community of support and collective wisdom. Let's help each other by openly discussing what works and what doesn't on this shared path of aging well. Your contribution could be the light bulb moment for someone else.